In today's video, I'm going to give you the secret to building a personal brand on YouTube over 40. And it's not as hard as you think. You don't have to reinvent yourself, but what you do have to do is you have to remember, you have to pull some things forward from the life that you've led, the person you once were, whether it be in corporate, whether it be a 9-to-5 job, whether it be, this online world that you are doing right now, but know that there's a shift and know that there is more to your world. If that's something that you are interested in, then stick with me, because I'm going to share some truths. I'm going to share some honesty. I'm going to share some simplicity today. And I'm excited because you know what? This is how I started. This is how I got into the whole world of solopreneurship, entrepreneurship, launching my agency, taking transferable skills from the police and putting them to real good use. Ready for that? So you might have heard the term personal brand. And why do I need one? They're for celebrities. They're for people in sports or actors and this, that, and the other. Well, you know what? It's complete and utter rubbish. Right now, as we sit here in 2025, you need to be, I'm not going to say reinventing yourself, but remembering yourself. All of the knowledge, the skills, the wisdom, the expertise that you have. And you think, oh, why is anyone going to listen to me? Well, if you started to look at the things that you're good at and the things that you could be paid for and the things that you love to do and actually what the world needs right now, you could build a personal brand of purpose. And I'm going to take you through 4 steps very, very quickly. It's part of what I teach in the Heart Brand Blueprint, but it's part of something which has been around in my world. And I'm now looking for the book and I'm thinking, where have I placed it? And I bet it's in the wrong place so that I can't show you it. I know where it is. It's in my lounge. I'm not going to run out and get it. Actually, maybe I am. Stay there. Right, I'm back. It's this book. It's called Ikigai. And I've become an Ikigai coach. I did a TED talk a few years ago around this whole concept, but didn't even know about this concept. Let me explain. On the back of this book, there's a simple diagram. What do you love? What the world needs? What you can be paid for? And what are you good at? If you identify these things for yourself and just answer the 4 questions and then find the unique thread that connects them, you now have the makings of a personal brand. You now have the makings of a content system. You now have the makings of an online business. Let me explain. What I love is communicating, and I communicate through content. So that's what I came down to in my first one here. The next one, what the world needs. Well, let's be fair. We all need support. We all need coming together. And the best way I think we can do that is to come together in communities. That's why I build a community in everything I do. Years ago, it was Tea with Steve. Now we've got the Heart Brand Blueprint. We've got the Heart Brand Academy communities. They're pockets of communities with tens, hundreds, thousands of people in, where they're all building together and supporting one another around a common goal. If you want to join my free community as it stands right now, then there'll be a link around this video. It's called the Heart Brand Creator Circle. However, it is turning to a paid membership, so you must get in there soon. That's what the world needs. I believe the world needs communities. COVID showed us that. Do I dare use the dreaded C word? People came together around a common cause, a common theme, something that was going on. And then you look at what you can be paid for. Well, I call that a curriculum. And I looked at all the different resources that I had and the things that I did, social media marketing in my agency and coaching and creating courses. And then you have it. I call this curriculum. And then what are you good at? Now, I'm good at sales because I do it in a way through service where it's not just direct sales ramming down people's throats and all that traditional rubbish and horrible stuff. And I know I'm sharing the right message with you because for all you spiritual people out there, it says 11:22. On my clock. So I know that the message that I'm sharing with you right now is the right one. Why am I sharing this with you? Well, this is what my personal brand is based on. Creating content, building communities, creating a curriculum, and then selling it. Client acquisition, essentially. So now I've got a personal brand of purpose. So then I look at this and go, right, okay, so what I love is I create content. I create content around creating content. I create content about building a community, following, email lists, growing your channels. I create content about digital assets and building courses and how to sell products. And then actually the sales process, selling through service. And I do it almost subliminally through here because it's always through invitation. So what do you love? What do you think the world needs? What can you be paid for? And what are you good at? Because I fell into this. I just went on to a TEDx stage and I started just to tell people the story of how I built my business and how I inspired this lady to make videos and how her action inspired her son to make videos and how we made the world go round and how living through your heart brand can save the world and it's your superpower. Or my heart brand based on this principle that I never even knew. Sometimes we just have this innate knowing and feeling. And I'm a big believer of going from here, okay? And speaking your heart into existence. You might call it manifesting. It might be turned into a visualization exercise and all of those great things. But what we've got here now is I've got my personal brand. Okay, I can make YouTube content just like you can on those 4 categories. Now you have your content buckets. Okay, content buckets. And what you'll find is over time, people will lean into one area more than most, and then you identify what the market want from you, which bucket it is, and then that's your business. That's your online business. Because if you love it, it's through purpose because the world needs it. You know you can be paid for it and you're good at it. Chances are it's going to be pretty sustainable, isn't it? So I wanted to share that with you and then ask you what your business is. And I ask you what your dream is. What's your desire? What do you want? Let me know in the comments below. Smash that subscribe button and all that great stuff. But also come and join me in the community because in there we have lots of resources to help you get started. And if you want any support from me, I offer free, completely free discovery calls. They're not sales pitches, they're discovery calls to help you get over that hurdle and you'll never be sold to. There'll be a link in the description, I'm sure, and there'll certainly be a link for you to book one in the community. So if you're ready to build your personal brand of purpose, answer these 4 questions. This is the homework for you, okay? And if you want to build that business of purpose and that YouTube channel of purpose, answer these 4 questions. Just write 4 lists. What do you love? For all the things you love, write them down. Next one, okay? What do you think the world needs from your perspective? Not everyone else's, from yours. Just write a list. And then what could you be paid for? Well, your knowledge, your skills, your wisdom, your expertise, your experiences. You can put them into training courses, memberships, ebooks, or a whole manner of different things out there. Okay? And then what are you really, really good at? Write a list of those as well. I've given you number 3 already. You could expand on that, I'm sure. But once you've written those lists, okay, put that thing down, go away, put the kettle on, grab a beverage. I'm nailing water at the moment. And then from there, come back and start crossing things off which don't fire you up. Okay. And then from there, look at the common denominators. And then maybe write that diagram, draw that diagram out and put your top 2 or 3 in each one. And then see which ones link. Because what you want to create is what we call a flywheel. And when you create the things that you love and you're giving back to the world and you're getting paid for it and you're really good at it, it builds momentum. It builds momentum and it's lots of energy spinning around. That's how Flywheel works. And that's why I created the 4C system. So I create content because that's what I love to do. I love to communicate and doing it right now. Okay. What the world needs is community. I bring people together through a community, whether it be through YouTube feed community, whether it be a private community, whether it be a Facebook group, whether it be all these different platforms that offer communities. You can come and join ours. Heck, you can even get access to build your own through ours. And then we've got what you can be paid for. Well, I love coaching. I love consulting. I love building courses, but I give that massive lifetime value because we give lifetime support. So you're never alone. That's what I love to do. And what am I good at? Well, I'm actually good at sales and the results show that. I also teach you how to do it through service. So now I have a system which I can market called the 4 C's: content, community, curriculum, clients. And you go through this, and if people aren't ready, that's cool. If you're not ready to join us, that's okay. You keep going round in the flywheel until you choose and you decide, because it will always be an invitation, never a sell. If you would like to learn how to do this yourself and have your own flywheel, whether it just be for a YouTube channel, whether it be for a YouTube channel and a business, or whether it just be to position yourself as the go-to person and make you completely irresistible to future employers, please come and hang out with us. Anyway, if that sparks you up, then this next video here will spark you up, because YouTube's just told me that that's the one that you should be watching next, because the algorithm is watching you. Take care. Till next time. Much love. Big Daddy out.